absolutely no one. Coming at you again with another really good set of pickups this week. I can't even get all the games. I can't even get all the games in the shop. Another really good eclectic group of pickups this week. I really do enjoy the GameStops. Whenever they do the deals, either the buy four for $10 or the buy four for 20. They even do. I'm pretty sure that they've done the buy four for 20 and the buy four for 40. I'm pretty sure I've done that one before, but this one this week was the 4 for 10 and the 4 for 20 deal. Now, when I saw these groups of games, I was astonished. Like, I hadn't, well, you'll see, like, some of these games are very old. I've got a pretty eclectic group. I go from PS1 to PS2, PS3, and Wii. So, let me show you guys what I got. First one I picked up is Black Ops 2. This one is complete and in pretty good shape. And I'm starting to pick up the Black Ops whenever I see them, because with the new one coming out, these are actually starting to pick up a little bit in value. I remember I used to get these for $5 all the time, and now GameStop has them for 10, and online these are going 10 to 15 bucks all day. So I'm picking up these whenever I see them super cheap with the new one coming out. And in that same vein, picked up Part 3. Now this one, I think this is actually the only one that has multiplayer zombies, which is what I really wanted to play. I hope it doesn't require the internet. I'm pretty sure that you could play the split screen. But yeah, I didn't know that this was the only one that has zombies that you can play split screen, couch co-op together, which is what I want to do. Beautiful disc. Yeah, really good disc. Yeah, I didn't know that this was the only version that did it. I don't know if it's the PS3 version, if it's only the PS4 version or the Xbox version. But I know it's Black Ops 3 is the only one that has the multiplayer zombies, which is what I was actually looking for to play with. Next we have a game that is very close to my heart, is Resistance 3. Now, this was the first game I ever played on PlayStation, was Resistance 1, so I'm very fond of this series. So I really do want to get all three of these at some point, because I did beat all of these back in the day when I used to have GameFly, and I used to rent these games all the time and just beat them and send them back. But the whole Resistance series is a lot of fun. I think the only one I never played was the one on PSP. Is the only Resistance I haven't beaten, which I'm sure I'll find my way around to it at some point. But yeah, these were all really good games, especially when it was the first game that came out on the PS3. Like, the graphics that it had were mind-blowing. The movement was great. The monsters were fantastic. Like, everything about this game was good. So this was a must-have. Now we're going to a console that I don't have very much for, but I do want to start collecting more for when I find them at these prices. And this is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Complete in box. And now I always find with the Wii's, with the Wii U, is that these games are always in perfect condition. Like people really do not play the Wii U. Like, these games are always in perfect condition. And yeah, this one on the Switch, I think it's still like 40, 50 bucks. Let's get it on the Wii U for $5. Sign me up. Another Wii U game I picked up, Captain Toad's Treasure Trackers. Now this one I've played a little bit, and it's a pretty good puzzler. It's just funny that he can't jump, so like all the puzzles are made a certain, they have to be pretty uniquely made. It's flawless. Like, these, I don't think anyone ever played these games. Yeah, this is another one that I wanted to have in my collection, since it's almost like a spin-off of, I mean, I do want to get all the mainline Mario games at some point, and even some of the spin-offs, especially Captain Toad has his own game. This was one I wanted to have. $5. Throw it in the bag. And the last Wii U game I actually picked up was Batman Arkham City Armored Edition. Now, I think that this is one of the cooler versions to play is on the Wii U. because with the gamepad, you have access to all the gadgets and all his belts using the Wii pad. I think is one of the cooler ways to play it. So this is I want to play this version since I beat all the Arkham games, but I haven't played this version. So I actually want to try it with the gamepad and see if it adds something unique to the gameplay experience that I wasn't getting before with a regular controller. Yeah, for $5, I'll definitely try it. Now we're starting off with the PS2. The next one is Twisted Metal Black. Now, I am also very nostalgic for the whole Twisted Metal series. Yeah, this is actually one of the ones that's playable. Like I've gone back to some of the other Twisted Metals and it's rough. Like it's cool, it's nostalgic and stuff. Like it does scratch a certain niche, but the driving it's pretty rough. It's like not super intuitive. But Twisted Metal Black is one that still stands up today and one that I would glad to have in the collection. Like I get it, it probably looks better with the black label, but having the greatest hits, like I usually like having the greatest hits because it's usually the best version of the game. It's the one that is less buggy and usually has all the content that they wanted to have on instead of the one that has the day one. So I'm really not against getting the greatest hits one, especially in a lot of times the greatest hits ones are cheaper for some reason, just because of the red label. It's literally the only difference, and you're getting a better quality game. So I can't really go against getting the greatest hits since they'll probably be a little easier to get and for cheaper. Next PS2 game I picked up, God of War 2. This is a fat boy. This one is, she's thick. We got everything in here. Both discs. This one is sold on special features. I'm surprised this has it because for a PS2 game, I'm sure that you could probably usually fit it all on one disc. So to have bonus content on PS2 game is pretty fun. I didn't even know that it came with 2 discs. But yeah, this is another series that I want to get all of the mainline games for. Part 2 is a good place to start. Oh no, this is... Oh yeah, this is God of War Part 2. Yeah, and God of War 2 is a good place to start. All of these are must-haves. Little damage there, but it's totally fixable. Yeah, this game was revolutionary when I first played it. I remember I would get stuck on the puzzles for days sometimes, but I got through all these games pretty quickly. I think I would beat them in maybe a week or so. Every time a God of War game came out. This is one glad to have in the collection. Now, these group of games were ones that I was very surprised to see in GameStop. Was an actual PS1 game. And here we have Mega Man 4. I guess, there was some dude that traded them in and he probably just had them in a binder somewhere, but they are pretty cool. I'll take a disc only. Like the discs are in pretty good condition. They're got some scratches on it, but for a black label PS1 game for $5, I'll take that all day long. I actually think he must have been a Mega Man fan because I'm pretty sure the same person also traded in Mega Man 5. Another old school. This one is flawless. A little dust on it, but this one has no scratches on it. Another one. I'll put in the collection. I'm gonna see if I ever find the cases for these guys, because I do want to complete and box them at some point. Which I don't really mind getting the disc only for this cheap. Like I'll be able to complete and box it at some point, I hope. And I don't mind the fun of trying to find the boxes and stuff to complete them. And these are throwback, the old school black label discs. Wow, amazing. So for $15, I got 4, 5, and 8. When I saw them, and I saw PS, I was like, PS10. I'm like, I only got a PS5. Like, do you need 2 PS5s to play these games? When I brought it up, they said that they were PS1 games. So I was like, I definitely have to have these. Now the last one for you guys is actually a bit of a deep cut. Here we have Dissiaga for a Promise Unforgiven. This is a really, really cool RPG. Like the movement in this one is a little unique, and I've only played a little bit of it, but I thought it was really cool. And usually developers like this, NIS, usually their games do stand up in time and usually get value. So for this price, I'll take it all day. I'll take pretty much any PS3 RPG from a good publisher for that price all day long. Nice complete in box. Yep, a flawless disc. Yeah, I like trying all these old RPGs, and I wasn't exactly playing these games at that age. At this time, I wasn't really into RPGs. I was more into Call of Duty. So getting back to some of these games is a lot of fun for me. Yeah, this is one that I have not heard of that much. It might be a hidden gem. I'll let you guys know when I play it more. But yeah, I really do think that you guys should get out too and hit your local GameStops. Like, it's really fun just to go. The treasure hunt aspect to me is a good way to spend a couple hours, especially for games that are $4-5 each. Yeah, all these games. It was not bad. I paid. I got 8 games for $56. They were all, yeah. With the promo, we'll take off a couple extra cents. Like for $5 a game, I can't say no to that. But the problem is that sometimes I don't always find 4 games that I want. Like in this case, this is the last game I picked up, and it is a game I didn't even know existed, and it's an Xbox exclusive, which is pretty cool. This is, I guess, is the part 2 to Toe Jam and Earl. Like, I played Toe Jam and Earl on the Sega, but I had never even heard of this game. Ooh, a little rough. A little rough. I'll test it to make sure it works. But yeah, I'd never heard of this game. It seems like it's an open world Toe Jam and Earl game, which the first one was, that roguelike was really unique to me back in the day on the Sega. So to have this one is a no-brainer. This is Toe Jam and Earl 3? There's a part 2? I'm missing so much. Well, guess you learn something new every day. But this is one for 15 bucks was an easy buy. But this is a GameStop that I went into looking for, to complete the deal, but I just couldn't find any decent games, so I picked this one up. Seemed decent enough. I like picking up games like this that I've never even heard of. Sometimes I actually find out they actually turn out to be hidden gems. But yeah, guys, I do encourage you guys, get out there, hit your local GameStop. It's actually one of the best ways to get retro games right now. Like, some of these games in my local game store would have never sold for $5. Some of these games are 20-25 bucks in my local game store. So to get them all for 5 when GameStop pulls these deals, it's a good time to buy. I'm actually thinking of hitting up another GameStop tomorrow. So if you guys want to see what I pick up tomorrow, make sure you subscribe so I don't get lost to the YouTube ether and we may never see each other again. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Keep an eye out for my next video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.